Gagman in the house. Gagman, what is good? How are you this morning, dear? We are live. Live, live, live. Nice, nice. Hold on, I ain't going nowhere. I just got to refresh this page for a second so I can see the comments on my phone. Three p.m. That's what's up. It's only 9 o'clock for me. So you've been up playing and running around, and I was still sleeping. Yeah, it's nice here today, too. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'll show you. We'll go outside. I did build a fire in the house this morning because it was kind of chilly, but don't make fun of my yard, people, because I got to mow my yard. I do have to mow my yard. Camera, back camera. We go like that. Turn the camera on. See, it's fuck beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. Birds are chirping. Ah, gotta get some yard work done. That's the goal for today. Get this yard cleaned back up. It's a pretty cool picture. And just my shadow. That's what I'm gonna do. Everybody's gonna view my shadow. I'm like Peter Pan, yo. The weeds. Yeah, gotta get rid of the weeds. For sure. Loose May, come. Come on. We'll go back in for now. So I can finish getting dressed. Come on, Lucy. Inside. Yeah. Oh. So your weekend's almost over, Dagmar. Oh, Nunzio's live? I didn't know Nunzio was live. Shit, if I knew Nunzio was live, I would have, whatever. Dagmar, go with Nunzio. Tell him to come over here. I didn't expect. Jesus, it's only fucking 6 o'clock over there in the morning. So Nunzio's up. A holiday on Thursday? What holiday do you guys have on Thursday? Tell me, Dagmar, what is a Belgium holiday? The hell is that? A damn old Viking holiday or something? Hem Hemlevolt? Hemlevolt? I just probably said that so fucked up. Today Jesus goes to heaven. What? I thought no. I thought that was what? I thought that was Easter. Oh no, that was the resurrection. I'm so confused. Oh man. You know how nice it was to sleep in my bed last night by myself and be able to spread out wherever I wanted. The wife was gone for the weekend. It was so nice. I fell asleep and I slept all night. It was fucking awesome. You don't know? Hey, I'll take it too. A free holiday. Why not? Dagmar, do you have the ability to pin a link? Can you pin the StreamYard link if you could or would? I think I got it pinned now, Dagmar. You know, this music makes me want to go to a rave, man. If I can get all decked out in glow paint and glow sticks, man, and just go all out, man. I'm jealous. Very jealous, Dagmar. Grumpy, get your ass up here. 2 days. That sounds like a 2-day bender. You know, I drank some liquor one time from over that way over in Europe. It was like a milk liquor. I've never had it before. Like I've never seen that over here, but it was pretty. Or it was like crystals. If you drank it too fast, it crystallized. You had to drink it slow. It was, I don't know. Grumpy,
What's going on, Leggy?
how are you, buddy?
I'm just fine and dandy. What are you up to?
Oh, not much. Not too much.
You ain't fishing today?
No, no. We went out Saturday, Friday and Saturday.
Wow. You need to be catching some more fish.
You know, so I find it funny that they say because there hasn't been shrimping in Maine in like an actual like shrimping season in Maine in years. Like they've closed it down. Like I don't even know if people still have the licenses in hopes that it's opening. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
If they do have shrimping, it's very, very small scale compared to what it used to be. And only very, because I've never seen anybody do it or heard anybody doing it for a long time. Anyways, we'll be hauling them lobster traps up. And by the end of the day, man, I bet you we're washing 20, 30 pounds of shrimp off the fucking boat.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? Or like within a day, that's what you see. You know what I mean? Like, God's honest truth. But yeah, there's no shrimp in Maine. So I
Right.
get a kick out of it when you see all these that say fresh Maine shrimp and shit. I go, no, they're not Maine shrimp. They might be from the Gulf of Maine that was caught in Canada, but they're not Maine shrimp.
I don't know, but I eat a hell of a lot of shrimp.
I do. I like my shrimp. Lobster. I like my lobster. Crab.
Yeah.
Been catching a lot of cuss. I don't know if you know what a cuss is, but
No, I don't.
it's like slime, very, very slimy, kind of like an eel. Like it kind of almost has like an eel body to it, but it has like a codfish head. It's the
Okay.
best way I can describe the way it looks. But them damn things, man, we've caught so many of them lately. Good morning, 420. They make good bait though.
Meh.
That
I'll
fresh,
just let
that fresh fish like that coming up, man. As I say, if whatever fish is coming up in the traps is what you want to be baiting on, because
right.
if that's what you're catching a lot of, you know them fucking lobsters and crab have to be eating them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, they got to eat something.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know like the predominant bait is herring, but how often? But herring's like kind of like a middle of the ocean fish. You know what I mean? It's not a
Yeah, I know
bottom.
what you mean.
Herring's not a bottom fish like cuss and cod and all that. So like, they must be, you know.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fisherman, but when people give me fish, buddy, I eat the hell out of it.
Are they a masturbate?
No, shut up! I do not.
Well, you know. Never mind. I'm not going to say it because you can get clipped, and I don't need to hear. I don't need this part clipped, so never mind. I'm not going to say it. But I do bait the pocket, so I am a master of my craft.
See, I just got a whole freezer full of bluegill people give me.
Yeah.
They're good.
My dad likes bluegill,
I mean, they're all clean. They're all ready to go when I get them.
but I don't know. I don't know if you can catch bluegill in Maine. I don't know if you can.
I don't know. This guy just
You
gives
can.
them to
I've
me.
never done it. I've always just trout fished. That's predominantly what I do. I mean, I've bass fished a few times, fished for stripers, but halibut season starting here on the ocean here, so we're getting ready to go catch some halibut.
Right. And he just, oh, well, they're going to give it to me. I'll eat it. I let people hunt on my property, and that's what they, in turn, they give me fish so they can hunt.
That's what you were saying last time I talked to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I don't care. I always tell them, though, if they're going to get a deer, I want some of that meat.
Right? Exactly. Save me some of that backstrap.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that video of that deer that somebody caught? They cut the fucking backstrap out of this deer and it was still alive.
Yeah, I seen that.
You see that? They caught it on the game camera. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I mean, them deer have so much fight in them. Like the last deer I shot last year, there, he wasn't a really big one because there was two bucks in the field, and the bigger of the two disappeared. So I fucking shot the smaller of the two, and man, he had a lot of fight left in him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt bad putting that second shot into him to finish him off.
Yeah,
But,
did you ever clean a deer? I've watched people do it. It's like, hell no, I wouldn't do it.
We take it right to the shoreline and roll it right out on the shoreline.
Oh man.
The crab, between the crab, the green crab, and the seagulls, man, them intestines don't last too long. Them stomach and shit.
Yeah. I mean, this guy got a deer the other day. Oh, well, last fall, and he
Yeah.
cleaned it. And I thought, I'm not doing this. I'm not digging in there.
It ain't too bad. As long as
Oh
you do it
crap!
right. See, we do it here the way the guy that taught me to do it. You take it right to we take it right to the water, right to the ocean, right. Take it right down to the beach. Take it out, and you got it right there on the beach. Then you roll it, then you drag it out into the water, and clean it out
Right.
with let that salt water, and let it clean it out and shit, and that helps tenderize the meat and shit. It really does.
Yeah, I believe that.
Of course, the deer around here, man, I don't even know if you could really call it hunting, man, because these deer, you can walk pretty much right up to these fucking deer.
Oh hell, you can't do that here.
You know what I mean? Around here, because over here on the island, everybody feeds them. Around
Yeah,
all the houses and shit.
you're up in that cold country. Fuck that.
But we really, I mean, there's some monster deer around here, but for the island, I mean, I hunt on the island, so I mean, a 6-point deer, an 8-point deer, that's a big deer for the island. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I got my first deer I ever shot was a couple years ago, and it was not a 3-pointer, a 5-pointer. He was he was like 150 pounds, dressed. I mean, it's not a big deer, but it's not a small deer either.
Well, yeah, there's still good meat there.
I'd rather have a smaller deer than a bigger deer, really.
Yeah.
I think the meat tastes better.
Right, it does.
It's not as gamey.
They don't have all that fat.
Especially over here, as I said, over on the island, because they eat apples, they eat corn, they eat pretty much everything. People
Right.
all year long. I mean, there's only a handful of places around here you can really hunt.
Do you have any turkeys around where you're at?
Turkeys.
Wild turkeys.
Holy fuck, man. Like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they introduced like 5 to 6 colonies of turkeys in the state of Maine. And like now they're everywhere.
Yeah. I was opening my front door one day and it scared the shit out of me. This turkey walked by the front door.
I actually, last year I tried to catch a couple baby turkeys, but then I found they could fly. I was like, what? Them fuckers can fly?
The other day, I opened my front door. I had this stepladder sitting out on my porch. I opened this door and I thought, what the fuck is this? And I turned the light on. It was a fucking owl sitting there. It scared the shit out of me. I thought I wasn't going to be able to go outside.
Big old barn owl.
He's just standing there. Then all of a sudden I stepped out and he took off.
Dude, so I tell you what. So there's a gray fox and a red fox around my house, and they're together. Like they have like a bunch of pups. Well, they did last year. I assume they do this year too. But last year, man, because they got into my chickens last year. And one day I seen the red fox. So I went outside, me and the dog, and I took the 410 outside, and I was going to shoot the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, my dog instead of going after the red fox, my dog wound up chasing a gray fox. And then the gray fox and the red fox I seen out in the marsh here, they were running together towards the same area. And then the next time I seen them, I was pulling in the driveway, and they had done got into the damn coop and got the chickens. And they were running together with like 2 or 3 pups behind them. I was like, holy shit, man. So I called the wardens. I go, hey, what can I do legally?
Right.
And they pretty much, they told me I couldn't shoot the fucking things. But guess what? I'm going to shoot them fucking things if I get a chance.
Yeah, I do that too.
Fuck them, man. I'll go buy me a hunting license so I'm legal. I don't think there's any closed fucking season on a hunt on Fox, but I just feel bad because I got an old lady that lives right next door to me, and I don't want to scare the shit out of her.
Yeah, I get that.
Kill all. Well, listen. So we had one chicken left, and this motherfucking man, I didn't think they'd ever get him because he hangs out right beside my house. Hey, Tabar. Yeah. Anyways,
I had a
I come
red
home. Me and the
fox that
wife
had pups up
the
here on
other
my
day. We
property.
come home. My rooster that everybody always heard, cockadoo doing in the background. Well, anyways, I come the fuck home the other day. We were only gone an hour. We left and the rooster was on the porch up in his little perch area that he has. We come home and there's feathers all through the yard. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Did you ever catch a fox? I did.
No, I've never caught a fox.
Not by hand. I caught it in a live trap. Man, they're mean.
I don't know. If they only took one chicken to eat, I'd like to know where all the other chickens are. Cause
This was a red one. This was a baby fox I caught because she had, I don't know, this damn thing had pups running everywhere, and I just put a trap out one day and caught one.
Right.
I finally let it loose.
No, foxes are they're slick motherfuckers. That's why they say sly like a fox.
How about a skunk? You ever catch one of those?
No, but we had a skunk here not this spring, but the spring before we had one. I guess it's still technically springtime, but anyways, we had one, and the dog, right? So I let the dog out on the outside, and I didn't know the skunk was around. I opened the door, let the dog out. I no sooner shut the door, the fucking dog jumped back up, hit the door, was trying to come in. The skunk was underneath my front porch.
Ooh.
And as soon as the dog went outside, the skunk sprayed the dog. But luckily the porch broke some of the spray up, so she wasn't super bad. But I opened up a can of SpaghettiOs, ketchup, vinegar, baking soda, and I bathed it in it all at once.
Skunks
really? There's no skunks.
Bad.
There's no skunks in Belgium, really?
Oh no! Oh, you're talking on the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't look at the chat, but it's like, damn.
You guys got a bad coyote problem down there?
Yeah, there's people that they run them, and they got 73. It was a couple years ago. They got 73 and back on the railroad tracks one time.
Now, I don't know if the state of Maine does it, but at one point, I know they used to pay you $35 a coyote.
I don't know what they pay for them anymore.
So,
they used to pay only $1 for a coon skin.
Dude, coyotes.
No, I'm talking regular raccoon.
It takes a lot to put one of them fucking down. I had my ex-girlfriend. Me and her dad was out hunting one time in this field, right?
Right.
We were sitting there all day, and we were sitting there, and the sun just started setting. And we were getting ready to walk out of the field, and we heard this yapping. Sure enough, here comes a coyote, right?
Right.
So he shoots it. So, because, that's the only way we were going to get fucking away without getting bit. He shoots this motherfucker, shoots his leg off, and the damn thing still was coming towards us, right? He shoots it again, puts a shot right through its goddamn side, right? We thought it was dead. So we grabbed it, dragged it to it back on the back of the truck. We're sitting there, and he goes, Eric. He goes, I thought their eyes were supposed to be closed. I go, they are. Next thing I know, this goddamn thing starts growling. He had a 9mm. He walks up and shoots it finally, and the kill shot that time. He goes, I ain't coming back from that. He goes.
How about raccoons? You got them?
Oh yeah, we got some fat raccoons here.
Oh
Let,
yeah, I
let
love
me
shooting
let
raccoons.
me make a mistake and put a bag instead of taking the bag of trash to the dumpster, and I just get lazy and sit on the porch for the night. Uh, Guarantee there's gonna be a raccoon on my porch
I was
that
gonna
night.
say that's a mistake.
Every goddamn time, dude. First time I ever seen the raccoon here at the house. I got up to go on the boat at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Got up, got dressed, walked out the door, and the damn raccoon was on the porch, scared the shit right out of me. I was like, God damn.
Oh shit. Them damn raccoons are bad.
Wild boars. Wild boars are the worst, probably.
Wild boars. We don't have no wild boars.
I don't think we have them up here. I like some select farms. I think they might be on select farms, but
How about them old dirty possums? You got any of them?
I don't know if we have possums here or not. I assume we do.
Man, they're dirty as shit. I've shot a few possum.
I find it funny. They say there's no wolves in Maine and there's no mountain lions in Maine. But I hate to tell you, but if you get up into way northern Maine, up in them fucking mountains, there's mountain lions, man.
Nah, we don't have none of that stuff here.
There's mountain lions in Ohio.
There probably is, but I haven't seen one. You got badgers. You got badgers?
Yes, dude. Them damn things sound like a deer. No, badgers. No, we got fishers. Fisher
I've shot
cats,
some
man.
badgers.
Huh?
I've shot badgers before.
I don't think we have badgers. I know we got fishers, man, and them things. Them, dude, them are creepy. They sound just like a little girl screaming.
Right. Damn.
Cape Cod, what's up?
What's up, chat?
Oh, the lynx. Yeah, that's like a bobcat. Just a little bit bigger than a bobcat. We got them here. We got lynx and bobcats here.
Bobcats, huh? Maybe if I do, I have never seen one. I'd like to have a lion for a pet.
Jonathan, what's up? You want what as a pet?
A lion.
Are you trying to get 8?
A big old Leo lion, buddy. Now nobody was
Don't.
come around me.
At least I got people in this live. I tried to do a live yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? And not a damn soul come in.
You never have a damn live ever.
Well, I tried. Well, I know, but I tried to, and I tried to schedule it the day before or like at least a couple hours before. But it seems like when I do these random pop-up ones like this, and I always seem to get more people. But if I schedule one and have it scheduled, it seems like I never have anybody.
Well, if you do one early like this on Sunday morning, everybody's in bed.
Not well. I got 5 people in here.
Not me. I'm not, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, East Coast. A lot of people's west, mid over too. So.
You know, a lot of them stay up all night long on these chats. There ain't no way I'm doing that.
Well, I was on Nunzio's last night, and I was sitting there, and I had the phone on my thing, and I dozed the fuck off. Like, I was trying to stay with it, but I fucking got stoned, and I'm here by myself, and I just dozed off. Because they were talking about something I wasn't interested in yesterday.
Right.
And I fucking wind up dozing the fuck off.
I'm surprised your wife let you stay on chat that late.
Well, my wife's not home this weekend.
Oh,
Well, that's
okay.
another reason. My wife, she got done the job that she was at, and she was trying to find something closer to home and all that shit with a little bit better hours, and
I get it.
so she been home, and oh my god, man, it's like, oh, I already went through the spiel like Dagmar knows. Like the wife, she's like, oh my god, you're on there because like there'd be like a woman on the panel, and she would hear the woman she's singing, she'd be like, oh my god, you're up there talking. It's like, no. Trust me, I get enough problems here in the state of Maine. I don't need to find somebody in another state or another country.
See, that's why I've been divorced since 2000. I don't have to worry about women anymore.
I mean, my wife knows it. It's no secret. If she didn't get pregnant with our kid, with our daughter, man, we were gonna be over with. But then she got pregnant, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll try it. I mean, things are alright, but there's times where that's why I was glad Zell's doing it. And I said a little bit yesterday on Zell's panel when she was talking about the mental. Like, my wife has depression and anxiety really bad, and I didn't grow up with it. You know what I mean? And so,
Right.
I don't always handle situations well, like the way I should. Like she'll be upset and depressed, and I'll be like, "What the hell's your problem?" You know what I mean? Thinking like she's pissed at me or something, and it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, all I do is go to work and come the hell home. Like, what else do you want me to do? I can't do no more than what I do. You know?
Right.
It's bad enough that I come home, and as soon as I get the fuck home, it's like she decides she wants to stop being whatever for a fucking while, and then eventually she'll come the hell out of it. But it's just, I'm not used to that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I am now because I've been with it for 10 years, but still.
Just the way, I know I'm older than you are, but the way I see it nowadays, I can do what I want. I can come and go when I want to. I can do anything I want to, and I don't have to talk to nobody, and I don't care.
Look, this is how I look at it. Just because you're in a relationship and married to somebody doesn't mean that you yourself, you stop being an individual. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
have many interests that my wife doesn't have at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm into watching shit about history, and like lately I've been on this whole theory of relativity and Albert Einstein kick and black holes and space time. Like this is shit I've always been into, but like I've really been kicking up a whole notch. Like I have a pretty good understanding of the theory of relativity. You know what I mean? And I've never taken a quantum physics class a day in my life, but I have a pretty good understanding of how the basic idea and concept of it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because pretty much the basic idea of it is, you know, so say you're in a wide open space, right? Like say
Right.
a wide open field, right?
Right.
And you're moving forward, but somebody's also moving at you at the equal speed, right? To
Yeah.
you, to perception, you're not moving; they're coming towards you. So for you, you're standing still. For them, you're in. You know what I mean? They're coming towards you, so they're in motion. The other way around, looking at it is they're standing still and you're coming towards them. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
or like it's hard to believe, but time, man, is only really relevant to the capsule that you're in. Because say you're 1 year, right? So
Yeah.
if you go 1 year at the speed of light, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you split it up and you go 6 months, 6 months one direction, turn around, come back to Earth, right? In theory, 230 years would pass,
Right.
but only a year will pass for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because time's only relevant to the space that you're in. That's why, like, like to some people, or like when you're doing something, like say it's a new job that you haven't done before. Usually that first day goes by super fast. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then
Yeah.
after, it's all time. All time is really is a perception. It's not time.
Yeah. I
Like
understand that. It's just
like
like if
24 hours. Like 24 hours is just what we've determined. But in reality, if you wanted to, you could say there's 48 hours in it. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
that it's the system that we've used.
It's just like going to work every day and then It's like, damn, 8 hours went by that fast.
Yeah, but you got somebody else that same amount of time might have seemed to take forever. Might have been a lifetime, you know?
Right.
Because it's true too. Like fighter pilots, man, fighter pilots and all that, they age different. Like you can have if you have like twins, right?
Right.
Twins will age. If say one's a fighter pilot, that fighter pilot will age differently because essentially he's moving through. When he's in a plane, he's moving through the world faster.
Yeah.
I mean, on the time scale thing, it'll be a really minute change. Like maybe over the lifetime, it might be like a 2 minute age difference. Like essentially, like one might, but it's true because like if you take nuclear atomic clocks, right? You take the atomic clocks,
Right.
and they did this. They left one in like New York or wherever. They put one on a plane. They flew all around the world and all around. When they landed back, there was the clock on the plane and the clock on the ground had different times.
Mm. I went across the timeline once when I flew to Taiwan.
Yeah,
That was an 18-hour flight. That was weird.
18-hour flight, but in all reality, by the time you got there on the clock, because they're ahead, so it's an
They're a day
18-hour
ahead.
flight in all reality because you skipped in time zones. It's yeah.
One day ahead. That place is weird.
So, like, I'm a firm believer. I believe you can you'll be able you could physically it is theoretically possible to travel to the future, but I don't think it's ever possible to reverse time and go back. Like, I think even if you go through a wormhole, like they say, I think the only thing a wormhole is you're gonna come out in another universe somewhere,
Right.
or another cosmic, if it's even possible to pass through a black hole.
Yeah.
And survive. So.
Man. It's just like when we were younger, my dad would tell us, if you dig that hole deep enough, you're going to dig it all the way to China.
Yeah.
Of course, we tried it once. That never happened.
Yeah. I think every kid's done that once, twice in their life.
Yeah.
Tried to dig to China.
Yeah. Dig that hole. You're going to find China. I did a lot of bad shit when I was a kid. Of course, you could get away with it when I was younger. Nowadays, you can't.
There's a lot of things that you used to be able to get away with that you can't now.
You're right.
Like, I feel like all these people that's being blacklisted for shit that was socially acceptable 20, 30, 40 years ago, I think it's wrong.
Right. I do that. I do too.
I mean, because, like, let's face it. Like what was it? Judge Kavanaugh, he got in
Right.
trouble for blackface in the 80s at a frat party. How many fucking people did that in the 80s and 90s? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. Just like
come
I
the
think,
fuck on. Like,
to me, I think back in school, I think they should bring the paddle back.
I don't know about that, but
Well, I got my sure enough paddles in school.
but I think like back in the day, like I would have a teacher, she'd grab you by your earlobe. Like I think we had this conversation before too. Like she'd grab you by your earlobe and she'd take you and put you in a corner and put the
Oh, I
dunce
had
hat
this
on you and shit, and make you sit there fucking and embarrass the shit out of you. Or
math
like
teacher. Our math teacher would make us stand in the corner and hold our books over our head the whole hour.
I can remember a kid having poor hygiene and the fucking teacher calling him out for it in school. You know what I mean? Being like,
Yeah.
boy, you need to go home and take a shower. Like, you know what I mean? Or you're going to sit over here by yourself. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And she did. She put a desk over in a corner with a fan in a window and with the fan sucking out, and that's where the kid had to sit for like until he started taking showers regularly. Like, not even joking. You couldn't get away with that nowadays.
No, just like when I was in school, we used to flip quarters. I don't know if you know what that is. You
Is
flip
that
the
where you take
quarters
the quarters
against the
and
wall,
oh yeah, okay.
and whoever gets the closest to the wall wins all the quarters. You can't do that nowadays in school.
No, it's like, man, we used to do all kinds of shit that you can't do. I
Yeah,
just
I did that all the time. That's at lunchtime when we'd flip quarters. I won some good money and I lost money.
but yeah. It's like we used to play basketball in the mornings before school. I can remember that all the time. We play like whoever lost has to buy the other one lunch and shit. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, I did
All the
that.
time. But I don't think they can do that shit nowadays and get away with it.
Oh, you can't do shit no more.
The woke stuff, that it's not even woke. I don't even think people even know what that even fucking truly means. Woke. What the? Because I really don't even know what it truly means. Woke. What does it mean? People woke up to bullshit finally? Apparently not, because it seems like all woke people are a bunch of bullshitters.
It's but the whole fucking country's bullshit anymore.
Like, I don't know if the rest of the world is like America, where it's all about fucking like all these weirdos having equal rights and shit. But holy fuck, man, it's getting ridiculous. I'm sorry, but I feel like my brother-in-law is gay, right? And he he stood right here in my fucking house and goes, he goes, it's one thing to be gay and to whatever. He goes, but then to turn around and completely change your sex and try to and go by weird pronouns and all that. He goes, that's the biggest crock of shit ever. And
Yeah,
it's true. What happened to the days of being bi, straight, or gay?
I don't know what happened to that.
Or being a drag queen. Like, it's like these drag queens have taken it a whole different step. You know?
Yeah, and the way I see it is, if whatever you want to do with your life, that's your business, not
Yeah,
mine.
but don't try to influence your ways of life on the masses, because that's not right.
Right,
Your way of life, yeah, be happy with it, but don't try to push it on it. Reason is so much
right.
people.
It's just like somebody pushing their religion on you, and I don't like that either.
Exactly. Like, hey, I'll have a conversation about religion any day with anybody. You know
Well,
what I mean? I would do the
there's a
whole
time and place for
biblical
religion,
sense
I think.
versus the whole evolution sense. You know what I mean? I'll have that conversation with anybody any day
Well,
that's willing to
to
have a
me,
true
it's a time and place
conversation
for
about it.
religion.
Because point blank, the Christianity religion, let's face it, they went on a crusade to way back in medieval times. They went on the crusade to anybody that didn't have the same beliefs as them to make them believe. That's why the Vikings died out in their way of life. That's why for the masses now you don't have the gods like Thor and and Odin, and you don't have the Greek gods. You don't have Hades. You don't have Zeus. You don't have Hercules. Like, you know what I mean? These are all things people believed in, and all that until Christianity come to be, and they started spreading their way. It was, if they didn't believe it, the Christian church killed people for it, for not
Right, I know that.
crucified people. Like, do I believe there was a guy that got nailed to a fucking cross? 100% do I believe that. Do I
Yeah, I believe
believe
that
that he
too.
died and resurrected and he did it to try to save us from our sins? No. I think that he had a purpose and he had a message, and he was a sacrifice for it. He was a martyr. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of, the the man, the original man of Jesus. I kind of chalk up to like, Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or Kennedy. These these leaders, or Freddie Hampton. These leaders of these. Well, I guess Kennedy, you can't, it was U.S., but still, these leaders of these organizations, and boom, they're taken out, and then they become martyrs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
would we still be talking about these people if they were alive, or would we be talking about all the negative shit that they do? Because let's face it, Dr. King was known to be a womanizer and a massage. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and an adulterer. You know what I mean? Let's be real. It's out there in historical facts that he did this. Now, would he be, if he was still alive and that didn't happen, would he still have been regarded as high in society as what he is today? You know what I mean? These are all
Yeah.
questions that you have to ask to wonder how we got to where we are in life. Because you're trying to erase history of like Christopher Columbus, or like anybody that come here before that. Like, you know what I mean? Let's face it. If you're gonna do that, we should just give this country back to all the native tribes. Then, if that's the way we're going nowadays, fine. Then nobody that's here, unless you have native blood in you, truly should be here.
Well, this whole country's going to hell right now. The way we're going, it's going down. We're going to get it one of these days. It's going to happen. You can't even stay out of people. Just nowadays, it's like everybody just wants to go after somebody else, and
Uh,
then all this government shit. I think there ought to be a term limit to these people in the government. 4 years, they got to get out and they got to change places. But nobody wants to do that.
Sorry, Cape. I don't know how long you've been down there. I didn't see you were there. I
I,
apologize.
Damn.
I just popped in. I wasn't down there that long.
Who we got here?
Cape
But
Cod.
Never
I'm
talked to him before.
up
You've
and
never
shake.
met Cape Cod? Well, Cape Cod, grumpy Cape Cod.
Cape Cod, how are you?
Doing all right.
That's
Besides
good.
me, I was playing football yesterday and
And
I fucked my knee up.
Oh
yes,
shit.
yes, John. Fucking Tom McDonald.
Hey, tell me the whole story.
That dude is the shit, man. Dirty Money. That song is the shiznit. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to play that song right now.
I like Tom McDonald.
Can I tell them the full story?
So how you all doing, Leggy and Grumpy Drunk?
Hell, I'm just getting drunk and having a good time.
I heard that.
How about yourself?
Just relaxing right now.
I know
gotta,
it's only Sunday morning, but oh well.
I gotta go grocery shopping, go see my mom. Wish her a happy Mama Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the girls out there. That mom.
You know what? My mom used to call that when you go to the grocery store, you got to go trading. That's what she'd say. We got to go trading. Trading money for groceries.
Yeah, I know, I hit it. So expensive.
Cash grab, everyone's a lab rat. Saw me billions of dollars from sanitizer and black mass, and that's that. Funny how the terrorists who have tagged always come from places that are oil rich and have gas. Democrats, they don't give a damn. What is this about? A military jet in the Middle East can't get them out. Heroes are the ones who have the Constitution written down. Y'all are using hero while describing how Rittenhouse. 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4.
And I'm sorry, but Kyle Rittenhouse should have been locked the fuck up.
Shut that fucking music off.
Kyle Rittenhouse should have been locked the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That motherfucker went across with that weapon. Not only did a minor carry a weapon, assault weapon across state lines, he also went there with the intent to use it. I don't give a fuck what he said. Like them dudes, because he was going after them dudes. Let's watch the whole video, not what the media just produced. Watch the whole goddamn videos. Kyle Rittenhouse went there with the assumption to use that goddamn weapon, and the fucking preppy rich boy got the fuck off of it. You know, and this is coming from a white dude in fucking Maine. Like, you know what I mean? That loves his guns and is all for the Second Amendment. But that dude went there with the purpose of, hey, I'm going to get a chance to shoot somebody.
Yeah, that's
You
not
ain't
cool.
gonna shoot nobody.
Yo, who's controlling the banter? Yeah, shout out.
What the fuck?
What?
I don't know. It sounded like you were eating a bag of chips or something.
Fizz.
Yeah, I got my buddy. He's about to hop on a bus and go back home.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And he wanted to know if he could get a shout out.
On that little banter thing you got going on the little red strip on the bottom there. Is there any way after beautiful day outside, be blessed, stay humble? Is there any way we can after that, like, just say, you know, get home safe with my name?
Sure.
I would love that.
Tape. Type his name in the chat so I can just copy and paste it. I want
Who
to.
is that dude?
All right, I will.
But yeah, that song "Dirty Money" by Tom McDonald, 100% truth. There's no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said
No,
this 1,000 times. The George Floyd thing. I mean, that got blown out of proportion. Let's be real. Why was? I mean, the cops fucked up because they had George Floyd in the vehicle and then they pulled him out. There's no doubt about it. The cops fucked up. You know what I mean? But they had him in the vehicle. They would have just left him in the vehicle, let him act like a fucking retard in the back of the cruiser. It's all on video then. Your hands off, nothing to do it. Take him to fucking jail, take him to the hospital, take him wherever he needed to go. But let's be real. The reason the cop showed up in the first time is because this motherfucker was trying to pass off fake money. Point blank. It's all in the court documents. The reason they were called is because he was passing off fake money. And the little Chinese dude, let's face it, Chinese dudes that owns them stores, and they will chase you for money if they think you're fucking them and not paying them. You know what I mean? You're trying to steal shit. They don't play that shit. They will call the cops on you because they don't play with their money.
Yeah, I put it. It's in the chat. It's Fizz. Fizz.
why? FYZ.
Fyzz. Fyzz.
Hey, Cape Cod watcher.
What up?
What is that? Blood all over your walls from fish or what?
FYZZ.
That's fiberglass. I'm
Had to ask.
camper, and I'm restoring it. Like I stripped it all down, and I'm gonna build my own custom home.
Got it.
So I had to do that so I can fill in the holes on the roof.
Yeah, he wants to drive around and visit you guys.
Yeah.
Where's he going? Where's he going back to?
Worcester. Worcester.
It's not Worcester.
He's going back to the slums.
Ain't no wrong about that. It's the second largest city in all of New England.
English bulldog.
Yes,
I'm a pretty
thank
dogs.
you.
I like English bulldog.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta record that.
Yeah, he came down here for a couple weeks, and he spent a few days here with me and my girl, and he's heading back today.
Who the fuck is this? That's a weird song to play after Tom McDonald. A country song.
I like country music.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't mind
country's a good
country,
song.
but it's just a weird. This is what's playing after Tom McDonald.
The fuck you playing, Leggy? That's what it looks like to me.
Please. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Yeah, everybody, happy Sunday.
Check it out.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mummies out there.
Time to go party.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and happy Mother's Day to all the single fathers out there.
Fuck that, man. They have their own day. It's called Father's Day.
Oh, Leggy, go party.
They put on a live banter. Have a safe trip home, Fizz.
Yep.
That was cool. I appreciate that.
Ruru, what are we gonna do today?
People are rather cool on this stuff.
Leggy, you got something to do.
I don't have anything to do, Grumpy.
Leggy needs to go fishing.
I went fishing
Yeah.
yesterday and Friday and Saturday I went.
Leggy
needs
needs
to
to
give me
do
a
a
lobster.
fishing video.
We start halibut season here, I think the 18th. So I think next Friday we start.
Hey, you gonna shoot some videos when you go back out on the boat?
When we go halibut fishing, I am.
Hell yeah, dude.
All bit, huh?
So
Hell yeah, man.
I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't halibut fished for a few years, so
I think that's deep.
dude, I love it, man. There's nothing like pulling a tub back in, because we
Shit,
set
like
up.
you really don't go fishing.
A tub is just
All you do is put a net down in the damn water and you fucking catch fish. That ain't fishing.
No. What we do, halibut fishing, what we set out what's tubs. I think you're allowed 250 hooks altogether. So
Oh,
you'll
bullshit.
start out 5 tubs. Each tub has 50 hooks on it, and each side has an anchor.
How you
on
gonna
it.
reel in 250 hooks, you lying ass?
Huh?
I said, how you gonna reel in 250 hooks?
You don't reel it. It's not like it's not on a rod. It's a ground line. Like you set it out, like say like a trawl, like on a lobster trawl, you have a buoy, you have 2 buoys that goes down on your end line down to your trap, or to your anchor, and then from the anchor out. Well, here, instead of having traps coming off the anchor, you just have the hooks coming off the anchor.
Oh, okay.
And then you run it across, so it's like a mile. I think like it goes out to like a mile almost.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Saltwater living.
Gotta love it, man.
Salt life.
We lost him.
Yep. Leggy kicked him off.
Halibut. It's halibut's HAUILBIT. I think it's halibut.
Nah, you don't even fucking know nothing.
I think that's how you spell it.
I don't know how to spell it.
It's closer than how
Google it.
Dagmar. Yeah. Chip just spelled it. Yeah.
I hit the wrong button.
Hold on, give me a second.
And Dagmar, do you know what a flounder looks like? If you know what a flounder looks like, just magnifies that size of that flounder by about 100.
No, Leggy, send me a flounder.
I don't know how that would work. I don't know how that would work, Grumpy. How to send you a fish like that? I guess if I sent him in ice, I could.
Flounder is good eating.
Well, yeah, that's why I want Leggy to send me one.
So I said, if you like flounder, you'll like halibut because halibut's pretty much just an overgrown flounder, essentially. Same idea. So,
Like I'm not big on bluefish though.
bluefish, yeah, them bucket things are huge.
Yeah, dude, they're vicious. It's wicked salty. Uh, and they got teeth on them. I went fishing with a buddy of mine one day, and he caught a bluefish. I
You
was
ever
like,
seen
"Yo,
a monkfish?
whatever you do not stick your fingers inside the mouth of a bluefish. They got teeth."
Have you ever seen a monkfish?
Yeah,
Them are fucking creepy looking. They got giant ass. They got a giant ass head with a bunch of really sharp teeth, and then this tiny little like body and tail. It's weird.
sea robins are brutal too.
Can I have a lighter?
What's a sea robin?
The sea robin, like they're red, and like I would have to find a picture of it. It's kind of hard to describe, but like
On the list.
they're vicious.
That one.
There's redfish. Redfish. They got man. They got what the hell you want to call them? Spikes or spines or whatever. Dude, them things are so sharp, man. If you're not careful, you can put one of them right to your bone in your hand very easily.
Oh hell yeah!
I did that. Oh, I didn't do it. The guy that was on the boat, I bumped into him yesterday, and we had some fresh redfish that come up in the trap, so he was taking them, putting them in the bait box. And I bumped into him, and he wound up stabbing himself with the redfish right to the bone, man. His finger was like about 3 times the size.
Yeah.
Day.
Now they're dirty.
Yeah, sea creatures are like
What I don't
amazing.
understand is you look at freshwater fish and you look at fish in the ocean, man. Fish in the ocean have all kinds of things to hurt you. I mean, they got teeth, they got spines, they got.
I don't
I'm
do
not talking about
freshwater
spines.
fishing.
I mean, I'm talking about spines that will pierce you right to the damn bone.
Yeah.
Easier than any knife you could ever imagine.
Yeah, I don't do freshwater fishing. I don't see any fun in it because
I like it. I like bass fishing. I like trout fishing.
they're already trapped. They already caught fish in a freshwater pond, and
Well,
I like saltwater because that's like hunting. Like you're hunting for it.
I can't wait till tomorrow. I got a fucking $550 check from the boat I can't cash till tomorrow. That sucks.
Leggy, you on the toilet?
No, I'm not on the toilet. I'm sitting my fat ass in front of my TV. Look, I'm enjoying this. No kids.
Well,
no
you got to
wife.
enjoy something.
Look, when all I know is when they get home, let the stress begin. Hey, this is a good song too. Hey, Grumpy, I dedicate this song to you right here.
Huh?
The song is playing right now. I'm dedicating it to you.
Turn that damn music off.
Actually, this is for Gumby Dave. This is for Gumby Dave.
Oh, we have a new person. Come on in. Welcome.
Anyways, Grumpy. That song's for you.
Empties.
Huh?
Empties.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
So I try to help out when I see something I'm like,
I'm a whiskey drinker. Love my whiskey.
yeah, right. Stop lying. He's a wine cooler drinker.
Wine coolers are for chicks.
Oh, I like my gin.
He drinks Fireball. It's just a fucking wine cooler. That's all it is.
Sing it.
You're a wine cooler.
Damn right.
Well, all you do like is smoke them damn vapes. You ain't even smoking the real shit.
I don't smoke vapes. You're putting moisture in your lungs when you vape.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Look, I don't vape that often. I don't have no
Well,
cigarettes.
you're vaping now.
Yeah, because I don't have no cigarettes.
Go get some.
I don't smoke pot, so.
I.e. drop money on his Cash App for cigarettes.
Not even that. Not even that. I got money for it. I just haven't gone to the store and shit. I
How
just gotta
far-
wait. It's only 10 o'clock, and I got a $550 check. So if I want to
So
cash
what?
it until at least
Who
fucking-
cares what time it is, Leggy?
Well, because I live in a small town, so it's not like I can go cash it and at the time. I gotta wait.
Look,
I
I know
fucked
it's
up. I
10
should have done it
o'clock.
last night, but I was too lazy.
But every liquor store's open in this town.
That's why we're having a discussion today.
Leggy, you just don't have a driver's license. That's your problem.
My problem is I ain't got a
I tell you
car.
what, buddy,
I got a driver's license. There's no car. I got no car.
There you go. That's it. I got that one.
England.
I got two of them.
Got a license, no car.
Yeah, no car.
But you don't need a license though to drive or to
You have the right
be like
as long as you
traveling.
road.
No,
Yeah,
that-
traveling.
now listen.
Yeah, I got
listen.
that one. I've heard that
These
before.
people that do that foreign song and shit try to do it. No. It says you have the right to travel free and unhindered, yes. But it does not say anything about not having a driver's license. Because first of all, that wasn't even a thing back then.
That's because it was before a driver's license was created.
And second of all, you used to get, at one point, they did make it so you needed to have, when automobiles coming out and all that shit, that's what they started doing it because how many nuts weren't able to drive that knew what the fuck they were doing. I mean, let's be real. All these people that try to pull it out, they're just trying to be smart asses. Like, that's not, in no state, in no state, you're going to get away with it.
You need a driver's license for commercial purposes. If you're making money, yeah, you need a driver's license.
Oh, no, see,
But
that's
if
where,
you're going-
that's
if
where
you're
I'm going
going-
to disagree.
I watched a buddy of mine, had no driver's license, never did, owns 5 cars, and he drives all the time. And he got pulled over one time with me with him. And he's like, I'm traveling. I have the rights to travel from point A to point B.
Yeah, but not.
The cop was like, you're right on that.
But that's such a broad term, though. Traveling means walking. Traveling means
Traveling means traveling by any means necessary. Horse, buggy, or motor vehicle, bicycle.
All it says is you have the right to freely travel without it being heated. But if you're breaking violation and then they pull you over, this is where I don't know, because I watch it and like obviously like if they have no right, if you're not committing a crime and they don't, and there's no suspicion, and like you're not committing a crime, you're just walking down the road, they can't just ask you to ID. Like they can't do that. But if you're in a motor vehicle where it's clearly wrote in the law that you must have a license to operate that, that is a law. And that's not, if it was against the Constitution, trust me, it wouldn't, it would be, somebody would actually be trying to take this to court. But it's already gone through, and it's already been proven in the Superior Court, that Supreme Court, that statement in the Constitution does not apply to having a driver's license, because that wasn't a thought back then.
Yeah, you don't need a driver's license to drive. You need a driver's license for commercial purposes. Like if you're driving a taxi or you're using a vehicle to make money. Yes, you need a driver's license. But to freely travel, you have the rights to travel by any means necessary. It doesn't matter if it has a motor or a horse.
All I'm going to say, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get some type of.
Yeah, but come on. If you're driving down the road and you get pulled over and you don't have a driver's license, they're going to take you to jail.
Well, no, not necessarily. Depends on how many
Not
times.
necessarily on that.
Must be. A cigarette must have fell.
Up the line.
It wasn't like that. Cigarette must have fell on
That's
it.
what I just
Oh,
was
well.
spoken out.
That's
I was
I
like,
know that's one thing I would argue on, because there's nowhere that's not been a proven concept. More people do not get in trouble for that when they try to do that bullshit.
kind of fits though with
You know what I mean? Like,
it kind of
No,
fits.
it's
But yeah,
Because
when my buddy got pulled
licenses-
over.
That's all right.
to me, I feel like you shouldn't need a license to go fishing. You shouldn't need a license to go
Nope.
hunting. Personally,
You
know what I
don't need, I don't think you should have to have a license, period, because all you're doing is when you get a license, you're asking permission. When we already have that rights. When we were born, we were given those rights. When, all them licenses is asking permission and giving the government money.
Saltwater, I
you have the
agree.
right to travel. Driving a motor vehicle is a privilege, because there's plenty of people I wouldn't want behind a fucking wheel of a vehicle. You know what I mean? There's plenty that if they got
I
behind
hear
a
you,
what
but-
the fuck are they doing?
but they have that right to do it, though. That's the thing. We all have that right.
That's one thing I would argue. I would argue on you on that one,
It's
because like
not arguing, it's debating.
I'm not. Yeah, debate, not argue. Wrong terminology. Debate. I will debate you on that one, because I mean I don't disagree with you have the right to travel freely. That I don't. But travel is such a broad term.
It wasn't broad when it was written in the Constitution.
It's,
It wasn't broad.
no, that's all right. You're like,
But broad meant it means travel free, but you still need it. It's pretty much like I don't know. It just
they
written in the
didn't have
Constitution,
license.
it's
They didn't
not
have
broad.
a license to
yeah.
use
But
the horse and carriage.
so if that's the case, then somebody should try to take the Superior Court and get it thrown out, but it won't work
It was thrown out in the 9th and 11th Superior Court.
because right now the
I'd be sitting on you more than y'all.
the 4th district has already ruled on this at one point in time when somebody tried to appeal. They tried to appeal the case and they appealed it all the way up there, and the Supreme Court ruled that where travel is such a broad term and that they didn't have a concept of it, then that therefore that yes, you have the right to own a motor vehicle, but you must also, to travel on U.S. highways, you must be a licensed operator to do so. So, I mean, I get the point. Way to track people, way to know where people live and all that shit. I do understand that and why.
Like if you were to actually break it down, you would see only time you need a driver's license is commercial purpose.
Look, all I
If
can
you're
say
making money, you need a driver's
one
license.
person on YouTube that would be pushing this issue would be Chili, and I've never seen Chili try to push this issue about not happening. You know what I mean? And
show
And he
you.
fucking, I mean, he fucking, when he comes on the Constitution and something, I mean, let's face it, man, he rides in
I've seen a few videos, a lot of videos actually, people driving without a license.
Yeah, and a lot of times they get either locked the fuck up or they get a ticket.
Yeah, like I seen them drive off without.
Yes, correct,
No,
correct.
man, I've seen him
A lot
get
of
buzzed.
times, a lot of times they
But
do that.
but in
And
a
they don't get
court,
away with it when
you
it's
can get that.
unenforced.
I got
That's my point.
arrested.
It doesn't get thrown out.
I got arrested on
Unless they didn't have probable cause to pull you over in the first place. That's
Yep.
the only way it gets thrown out, if they never had probable cause. Because if they see somebody, they can't pull you over just for thinking that you don't have a driver's license. You know what I mean? Like they have to have an actual reason to pull you the fuck over.
Well, yeah, they have the reason.
Like,
Perfect.
you know what I mean? But if you're just walking down the road, what irritates me is
Yeah,
you're
but
walking down the road and then the cops will stop you and try to have a conversation with you. And then
most
you
of them people, they don't even put license plates on their car. They'll put no trespassing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take it.
Yes.
Thank you.
I knew
You
I had
gotta have a. I don't care.
I have
You at
one.
least have a license plate. You gotta have a license plate.
Actually, you don't even need a license plate because I've actually seen some videos where people made a custom plate, put it on there. I don't
look,
need a
all
license.
that was
I don't
during
need
all them
registration.
videos.
And they get pulled over, and they get to drive right off with that same plate that they put on.
Nah, I've never seen that.
But a lot of them videos were done during COVID. And during COVID, even here in Maine, you didn't. Like, man, I bought a brand new car, couldn't get it registered for like 2 months. So the state of Maine, as long as you had to print out this piece of paper with the governor's order on it, right? You had to print it out, carry it on you, and you had to carry the new bill of sale on you, and you had to buy.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So
Mama.
people were doing that. People were making license plates up and just slapping them on the car just for whatever. Like, there's still people that do it, but they're getting in trouble. They're starting to get in trouble for it now. So
Yeah, but the thing is like you really don't need none of that. Like, there's some states that actually won't even go after people riding dirt bikes and shit on the streets. No, now.
No, they do that. They do that in my city.
Right.
It's the no chase.
You really don't need. You do not need permission at all to do anything.
Because up here, what we do up here in down East Maine, I guarantee you, I couldn't come down to the Cape and do. You know what I mean? Shit that we do up here.
Yeah.
Like, I'll literally stand in front of a game warden and smoke a fucking joint. You know what I mean? Like, the wardens here, like at the marina, I'll sit in my vehicle at the marina and smoke a fucking joint and sit there and talk to the wardens. I did that in the Cape. Even though it's parts legal down there, they'd still tell me to put the fuck out or try to get me for smoking in public.
I smoke in front of the cops out here, and I will even drink right in front of the cops out there.
Talk to her.
Like that drinking in public is ridiculous. I had an altercation, and
Don't talk to me.
the cop showed up.
How you doing today?
And
Exactly. I
had to go for a walk.
I did.
So
drinking in public,
I was like, let me drink this nip before I go for the walk. Cop goes, why drink it here when you can drink it on the walk? I was like, because I don't want to get arrested for drinking in public. He goes, I can't arrest you for drinking in public. It's just like at the beach.
No, but they can't arrest you for drinking in public, but they can arrest
The only reason why they get you for drinking in public is if you're acting amok. Like if you're being a fool, being stupid, disorderly conducts. Like if you're just walking down the street and you're drinking, they won't fuck with you. Unless if you're doing something wrong.
That is a fact.
Like I said, I've sat there, looked right at a cop, just like bang, fireball right down the gullet. And he just looks at me, he shakes his head.
I mean, that's true. when you
So do you have
your
insurance or
interaction
did
with
you
the
drive?
cop, right? Let's be real. You get the result of your interactions with the cop is how you interact with him to begin with. If you come off all hostile, there's a more chance than likely that the outcome's not going to be in your favor. But if your
Exactly.
cop approaches you, even if you're doing
Oh,
nothing wrong, this is my point. Even if you're doing nothing wrong and they have no merit to do it and then take action because then they've committed a violation. Therefore, then you're entitled to compensation for them fucking up. Don't
Yeah.
make a scene and make it look like that's what you're trying to do. Do it, then bust their ass for fucking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
got.
that's the shit because a lot of people, yes, there is cops out there that will push the envelope. But the same
Mhm.
token, let's look at the streets back in the 80s, right? You didn't have 15, 16-year-old kids overdosing on heroin
No,
and
you didn't.
fentanyl and shit back then because the fucking dealers and shit used to get the shit stomped out of them by the cops.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Now that shit don't happen. You give a kid, now you get a little 2 year sentence, maybe probation, told not to let it happen again.
now in
You
this
know,
state,
it's so stupid. Like,
man,
like,
It,
like,
it's
like.
8 years
I'm
mandatory.
not saying like obviously
Here and
there's.
now.
I'm not saying like there's not times where obviously they go overboard, but just like everything, they do have a job they're doing. Whether or not they're educated, that the squad or the PD that they work for. Now that's on to the PD department to 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 train and educate these officers in the correct manners and the correct meanings of the laws. If they don't do that, that's on the station. That's not on the necessarily all on that individual. I mean, some of it is like like that cop that shot that woman in her house
Mhm.
because some nosy neighbor called, said that he thought it was strange that their front door was open, and then the cop showed up and that fucking dude shot that woman because she was scared and she pulled her weapon in her house and looked out the window and he shot her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, like that type of policing is just bad policing, and
I'll
he
get
he got exactly what he deserved.
it.
Locked the fuck up. You know?
Yeah, but yeah, like they don't want us to be happy. I mean, in
And
the end, that's what it is, and we have the pursuit of happiness.
and everybody's. You need to look at your governments, not even the police departments. You need to look at the governments and your officials that's elected, because a lot of times they're just enforcing these stupid ass laws that
Yeah.
are whatever. Because like Maine has a law on the book that says on Sun and what is it? Is it in Brownville? There's a town around here that on law, technically, if you go to church and don't take your shotgun with you, you're breaking the law. Nobody does it, but it's still a law on the book.
It
Uh,
was
There's one sandwich that says you can't have a goatee without a license.
huh?
There is a law in Sandwich on Cape Cod that says you cannot have a goatee, yes, the beard goatee, without a license.
Yeah. See, it's all, but they don't enforce it.
Yeah, no, they don't because I had one when I was working in Sandwich, and they
They
didn't.
don't enforce that shit. It's just
It's all an
like
old folk.
It's also people have policies. Policy isn't a law. Policy is just a suggestion, and policy only applies to people that work at them facilities. So, like
Yeah,
when you walk into some place and it says it's our policy, not no. That's your policy. That's not my policy. That's not the American people's policy. That's your policy. That
over here.
doesn't apply to me. That's not a law. Like, you know what I mean? Like all these masks. When everybody was saying masks. No. When I wore a mask, it was out of respect for people like older people.
I didn't
Now,
wear a mask.
now,
I didn't wear a mask either.
I mean, I did it majority of the time, but like if I was around
Yeah,
really
but
old
the thing
people,
is that whole mask thing, right?
I mean, it didn't do no
What
good.
I don't understand
But it was a
is
respect thing. It's not
they
because I
put a
believed in
mask
it. It was more
on,
of a respect thing for them people.
right?
You know what I mean?
They put that mask on, and then they'll touch a bunch of things, and then they'll touch that mask to move the mask so they can take a drink, and they put that same mask back on, So therefore, like that's cross contamination. That mask is done. Every time you touch a mask, you're supposed to take it off and put a new one on.
And they don't work anyway
And
unless you have a real.
No, they don't. Unless
and
you
the
have a
people
good,
and
because you're
these
not
employees
filtering the
that wear
mic.
gloves,
They don't work.
like I seen blue gloves that were fucking legit black because they would not change their gloves and they're touching merchandise after merchandise after merchandise after every fucking customer and they do not change the gloves. They're still touching it. You're still getting those germs. If anything, you're spreading it even worse.
I can hear him clearly.
It's nasty. It's nasty. Like
Yeah, it's
those.
nasty.
Like,
I'll give you that one.
it's nasty because, dude, like I had a friend one day. He started spraying me with Lysol. I'm like, y'all didn't know. Hell nah. I don't want that shit on me.
Right.
Like, that. Like, yeah, no, the masks were nasty. And, like, and if you, like, really, like, these medical masks are made for, like, sterile environments. They're not made to be outside and worn outside.
N94.
Like
Yeah,
if
the
you
medical
wanted a
masks don't
mask
work.
to protect you, you go and you get a mask with filters on it. Like I would use when I was working in a body shop. I had to wear a dust mask with
Right.
filters and stuff. Those are the masks that you want to use in a virus. You don't want to use medical masks. They don't do nothing.
Nah, they don't work.
No, they get clogged up. You like plus with the masks, you're suffocating yourself.
Right. I understand that one.
Like
breathing
you're
your own
really
shit back
suffocating
in.
yourself. I honestly, I really like never believed in COVID-19. I think it was a way that the government was to scare people and murder people and get away
I
with.
didn't believe in it either.
Like,
It was a bunch of shit. It was just the government fucking with everybody.
yeah,
Well,
the
I don't
population
know.
control.
I mean, I believe there's more to COVID than what they said, but to think that it was a worldwide conspiracy is just too far fetched. You know what I mean? Because I mean, ask Dagmar. They were locked down over that way in the UK and in certain countries a lot more than what we were. You know what I mean? Like those countries over there, they couldn't go out of their house or they would get arrested. You know what I mean? So like, I personally feel it came from China. It was a fucking. I feel like it was a biological weapon that got loose somehow, and it just ran rampant. Like I feel like pretty much it was no different than the swine flu or the H1N1 virus. You remember those were supposed to be or SARS. All these were supposed to be the most deadliest diseases known to man. But yet we found a cure for it within 6 months.
Like I just really like just thought and think that COVID was just like another way for them to control the population.
That's what it was. I just feel like they used and all
Like,
that shit.
they
Like,
had, to me, if anybody died due to COVID, they didn't die from COVID. They died from the government killing them. And like it was targeted. Most of the people who had it were older people and little kids.
I don't be on that the whole time.
And the middle-aged people never got it. It was always older and younger.
I didn't get it.
I haven't been vaccinated. I've never been tested for it. Yeah, I've been sick, but no, like I didn't have COVID. Like,
exactly. Look. As I said, when the majority of the world agrees that, and people from the world agrees that it extended from China, It had to, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
all boils down to it was China. I mean,
yeah.
let's face it. I mean,
Listen,
China could make or break the U.S. because all China would have
Yeah,
to
I
do is
understand
say
that.
we're no longer importing anything to the U.S. and we would be fucked. I mean,
Yeah.
export anything to the U.S. and we'd be fucked. Our economy would go to hell.
We don't need nothing from China. I hate
Huh?
China. We have enough sources here in the United States to make our own shit. We don't
Yeah,
need
I mean,
China.
I know we do, but
It's
uh,
just cheaper.
and
Yeah, like
what's cheaper?
shit from China.
Oh yeah.
It's
That's
a lot
because
cheaper.
that's because
Like
China. I mean, you think about it. They got fucking
I
millions and millions of people over there in China, and they need to, and they at all ages do they work, and they'll pay them. They'll have like a whole family in there, so they'll pay them pennies because all the money's going to the same place. You know what I mean? It's just like
all like we don't need nothing from any we can create our own fuel. We can make our own shit. We don't need nothing from no one.
it's like we
Yeah,
have
all
enough
that does
oil
is put us
reserves in the
in debt.
U.S. that we
That
could
puts us
tap
in debt.
into them, and we could lower the price back down to Trump era prices. You know what I mean? I don't think you'll ever get below $1 again.
Oh
I don't
no.
think that will ever happen in a life, but it is possible to get fuel back down to $2 or under. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We
Because
got
what was
plenty
it?
of
Trump?
fuel right there in
What was the
America
most?
that
I
we
think
could
Canada
use.
went back down to $1.89 or something like that, and then not even 2 weeks after Biden got in and he shut down that Keystone
Biden's
Pipeline
an ass.
project.
And that killed a lot of jobs when they shut that down. Killed a lot of jobs.
Yeah, he did. What's the matter, Leggy? You froze? Yeah,
Yeah, he froze.
look at him. He really froze.
The price of fucking fuel jumped back up to over $4.
He's
Like
still
it's freezing
froze.
up on us.
Yep, he's done. Leggy, you breathe? Leggy, you're still froze.
Leggy service is messing up.
Yeah, he's frozen. He's probably on the toilet.
Yeah. That's why he has no service.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
Love you,
I
Leggy.
guess it's our channel now.
Right?
Yep. Too bad, Leggy. We're gonna take your channel down.
Big one for you, Leggy. But no, I'm gonna get Boogie in myself though.
Oh, he's trying to come back again.
I'll wait till he pops back up. He's buffering over there.
Yeah, we know what he's doing.
Are you safe, Leggy?
Can you hear
Leggy,
me?
you done what?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you
We
hear
were
me?
getting worried about you.
Come on, Leggy, talk.
Leggy. Service
Who
is,
knows what Leggy's up to?
his service is messing with him.
Nah, I think he's doing more in the service. I got to give him hell sometimes.
I like Leggy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Leggy is a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Leggy, it's my channel now, so get off.
Hey, Leggy, feel free to come up whenever you get that service back working again.
Hey, Leggy, hit the link.
The link is in the chat below.
Yeah.
Look in the below chat. You'll see the link.
Yeah, hit that link, Leggy. You're welcome up here, Leggy. So what's up, Cape Cod? What's up today?
Not much. I have to relax my knee. But I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go see my mom. I was playing football yesterday.
Oh, man.
I got tackled, and when I did, my buddy's body went right onto my knee, and it just bent. Then I
You
had
hear
a
me now?
hey.
Hey, Leggy, hit the link.
He hit the
You hear me
link.
now?
Welcome to our show, Leggy.
Leggy, hit the link.
We
Can you hear
hijacked.
me?
We hijacked your channel.
Can you hear
I
me?
see you, Leggy. I
Am I
see
here?
you. I see you.
Can you hear me?
You
Can
Roger
you hear
that.
me?
Roger that.
Okay.
Loud
That's
and clear.
weird. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like my internet, just fucked up.
Your internet went bipolar.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, look, this is how fucked up this government is, man. We start talking that shit, and look what happens. We start talking about China, and look what happened.
You wear
Leggy
a
gets
tinfoil hat, Leggy?
Huh?
I said, you wearing one of them tinfoil hats? The aliens are messing with you?
I know. I should wear a tinfoil hat.
But yeah, I got to get my day going, and I gotta down everywhere. I could not sleep at all last night. I was up all night with my knee. I'm like, no.
That's not
But
good.
yeah, no, it's not good. But I got to get my day going and get ready to go out and shit. I'll probably be going live later on.
All right.
Back. So hopefully I catch you two over there.
Hey, Leggy, you gonna pedal your bicycle down and get you some cigarettes?
What?
I said, you gonna pedal your bicycle down to the store?
Why would I pedal my bike when I got a car?
Because you said you were getting out of beer or cigarettes. You got to get some.
See, why would I?
You don't have a car, so you got to
Yeah, I
pedal
do.
your
Why
bicycle.
wouldn't I drive my car?
That
Actually,
ain't
it's the wife.
yours.
My wife has my Jeep, but
That's your
has
wife's
my Jeep, and
car.
I got hers, but
That's your wife's car, he says.
that is the wife's car. But she's got my Jeep. So I went to work yesterday, and she decided she wanted to take my Jeep. So
All right, I'll catch you all later.
all
Yeah,
right, see you,
take
Kate.
it easy, Cape Cod.
Thank you for having me up here, Leggy. Thank you, everybody in the
Yeah,
chat.
no problem.
Cape Cod Cop Archer up.
See ya.
Peace.
Conspiracy, man. Start talking about the goddamn Chinese and our president, and they tried to shut me down.
Yeah,
It's
you
real.
go ride your bike.
That's weird, man. Like my I watched it. My damn box went red. I don't know why it went red, but my box went red.
That's because I took over the channel, Leggy. It's my channel now. Get out.
Good, take over.
Take over the link. You can't hit the link either. I'm not gonna let you up. Yeah, get them towels folded, Leggy.
Towels. It's a blanket.
Fold them clothes. Let's see. My channel now, so Leggy's gone. It's my channel.
Leggy's gone.
Get that house cleaned up, Leggy.
Oh, I will eventually.
No, you won't.
I will too. I'll do. I don't have to do
You're gonna
much.
sit in front of that computer all day.
I don't even have a computer. I'm in my fucking on my phone.
So am I.
I mean, I guess I do have a computer, but it's fucking old. And
Yeah, I got one too. That's
I
old.
tried to
But
use it, and when I tried to use it so I could do like screen sharing and shit, but it just goes so slow, and I don't think it ever actually works the way I want it to. So
no,
yeah, I don't know.
I still think your buddy is full of shit.
What, buddy?
That one that was up your Cape Cod about the driver's license. Now, damn it, you gotta have a driver's license.
Well, yes, I mean, I agree with you on that, Grumpy, because as I was saying, debating it, like I'll debate it with him because, you know, when the Constitution, yes, the Constitution does say you have the right to travel freely. But
Right.
travel means you have the right to go from point A to point B without anybody stopping you and telling you can't do that. That is what that means. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you can get in any type of vehicle you want. If that's the case, they're implying you don't need a license to fly a plane. You don't need a
Yeah,
license
I
to.
understand that, but he can't. He even saying you need a license plate. I know what's going to happen when I drive around here without a license plate. I'm going to jail.
I mean, look, the other day, I drove the other day a vehicle and it didn't have no plates on it. But if I would have got pulled over, I mean, they would
Right.
have probably let me go. But they would have told me to take it the fuck home and don't drive, or take it back and not drive it until I got plates. You know what I
They
mean?
need to
That's how that
tow it. What
conversation would have
happened?
went.
They might give you a chance, but they might tow it too.
They might, but most of the time around here they won't. They'll just tell you, especially if you're right in
Right.
town.
I understand, but
Now, if I
sometimes
was
they'll
up
just
in
tow it.
Ellsworth or if I was in Bangor or something like that and with a vehicle with no, they probably would tow it, tell me I'd have to have it towed home or something. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, that'd be a little bit different. But I am a firm believer in law, because, I don't know. That's one of them fights. As I said, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose. That's not one of them fights. Where is it? Most of the time, anybody that's trying that argument either can't get a driver's license or their right to have a driver's license has been revoked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's
So
why I didn't want to say nothing when he was talking.
no, do it. This is my channel. This is how I put it. I try to be respectful, and I like to have a debate and a good, thought-provoking conversations with people. I don't. If it turns into an argument, I'll boot people because I'm not gonna. I won't not boot them, but I'll put them in the backstage. You know what I mean?
That's why I
Like
booted you, Leggy.
I'm not gonna do that bullshit. Like I want to be able to debate shit, talk about shit without people getting their panties in a fucking bunch.
To
You know
me,
what I
that's
mean?
like a sovereign citizen.
Yeah, which a sovereign citizen does not exist.
It's
Like
crap. You got to have
it's
a driver's license and you got to have a license plate. I don't care who you are.
I mean, yes, it's a way for essentially for the government to track you and
Yeah,
keep an
that's
idea
true.
of assets that you have and shit like that. Because if you're making $10,000 a year and you go register a $200,000 vehicle, they're gonna wonder how the fuck you're affording this $200,000 vehicle. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like, it's a catch-22. It really is. But the same sense, it is a law that you have to do it, regardless if you agree with the law or not. It hasn't been deemed unconstitutional, because if it was, it wouldn't be a law. You know what I mean? Or there'd be
Right.
groups of people trying to fight it. If these Southern citizens truly believe in that stuff, all I can say is try to put a petition together and take it to the Supreme Court and see what the Supreme Court of whatever their area, because there's different districts. So just because the Supreme Court in this region ruled on something, it might not apply in California. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense because every state's different.
Exactly. Or groups of regions of states, not necessarily, because like overall Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New England, for the most part, we're very similar, but we have
Right.
differences. You know what I
But
mean?
I
Like the
know,
way
but
of life is similar. Like New England, a lot of fishing towns, a lot of ocean work. You know what I mean? Relies on the water to make a living.
if
And
you
then
drive
once,
around here, you would go to jail
yeah,
without a
that's what I'm
license
saying.
plate, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Hell,
mean,
I've even heard of people around here, which I haven't never done it. If you're drinking a beer while you're mowing, they can pull you over just because you're mowing grass.
yeah, I mean, essentially, you're operating. Like, I know people that got a fucking OUI for riding a bike on the road. You know what I mean? Like a bicycle, pedaling a bike on the
Right,
road,
I understand that.
because you're operating something and you're a danger not only to yourself but others at that point. You know what I mean? Like
Right, yeah, yeah.
so like it's a catch 20. As I said, it's like everything in life is a catch 22. It really is. It's kind of like, well, if I do this, this is what could happen, or this is the outcome. Is this the outcome I'm going to want if I do this? You know what I mean? This is all shit. As I said, like the license plate deal. A lot of those videos, if you watch, that was all during. That was all like during the pandemic. You know what I mean? A lot of them videos, and like really,
It's just like when I mow, and if you blow grass out on the road, you get in trouble for that.
do you
I
really?
do it on purpose, and then people flip me off, and I'll stop the mower and I'll flip them back off. One of these days, I'm going to get caught.
Really, you can get in trouble if you blow grass towards the road.
Yeah, if you blow grass on the road, yeah, not by the cops. I'm talking about people riding by, and they get pissed off about it, and they'll stop and flip you off, and I'll stop and I'll flip them right
I
back off.
mean, I mean, if somebody's driving by and that's the way you're blowing grass, then I always try to stop until they go by. But
Well, yeah, I understand that. I mean,
'cause,
nobody's
I mean,
driving
I
by
would be
when I'm
pissed if
blowing
somebody's
on
blowing
there.
a rock or something hit my fucking car. I'd be
Right,
pissed.
I understand that. I
But
wait
I
till
also
nobody's
understand.
around and I blow it on the road, but they still flip me off. And I just stand up on the seat of the mower and fuck you
Exactly,
too.
Dagmar. Even in third world countries, you need a fucking driver's license. So, like, come on now. You're not saying Belgium is, but I'm just saying in general, like all these,
It's a
even these
sue happy world right now. You can sue somebody for shitting crooked on the
Well, that's what
toilet.
I'm saying. I was reading about this woman, dude. She's trying to sue a bunch of wrestlers. She's trying to sue a bunch of uh former and current professional athletes. Like some of the names that I can think is like she's trying to sue Michael Jordan, uh uh Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, uh she's trying to sue The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Vince McMahon, Triple H,
Oh man,
uh, Shaquille O'Neal, Snoop Dogg. Like
I've
she's
been
like
watching
all these
Stone
fucking
Cold
people. And the
on
sad part
TikTok,
is, listen,
and
and the sad
he
part
is
is a
so
judge
funny.
signed off on this and is allowing it to go forward. That's how fucked up it is.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been watching these old videos on TikTok, and it's funny about Stone Cold, how all the shit he did.
oh yeah, yeah.
Especially when he challenged, well, the other guy challenged Trump, the boss of the This is back in the 90s.
No, that was the early 2000s. That shit.
It was funny to watch him on TikTok.
Battle of the Billionaires. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, all that shit's obviously for storyline and not real, but still,
I know.
it's funny.
I know it's all put on. I know
it's true. Trump is the only wrestling Hall of Famer to be president.
Right. Maybe he might be a president again. Maybe he won't. I don't know.
You know,
I'm not going to say yes or no. Who knows?
I don't think it would hurt if he come back in, but I really don't think that it would be smart because it would be another 4 years of a witch hunt and nothing would truly get done.
Right. You're right. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, let's be
Yeah,
real.
because
I mean, that's
the whole
how
time
it
he was in there for 4 years, all they did was go after him. It was like it was a joke the whole time. I mean, yes, he did good for the economy, but damn, all they want to do is after everything. They go after him.
Really, Dagmar. Now that's crazy to me.
I mean, they don't go after this damn Sleepy Joe, as everybody calls him. They
Grumpy,
don't do
you
nothing to
see what
him.
Dagmar just said? Look at that. That's crazy. I mean, I know that in Europe that most cars are standards.
Oh man. Hey Dagmar, they don't even make a standard shift in this state anymore.
No, you know what? It used to be that automatics was the option and it cost you more to have an automatic transmission, but now it's the other way around. To have like I was looking at a Dodge truck, right? Ram truck, and I was gonna have one and I put in to have a 6-speed standard transmission put in it, and it was an extra $3,500.
Yeah, you can't even buy a pickup truck anymore with a standard transmission. I always had one, but you can't buy one now.
But what blows my mind is if apparently they give you a license dependent on what you drive. That's nuts to me. I mean,
Most
I'm
people can't
golden
drive a
because I can
standard
drive
shift.
either one. I learned to drive a standard, and then obviously everything's automatics now. So
They can't. Most people can't even drive standard shift.
my wife can, but I don't have much of a clutch left afterwards.
Yeah, I can drive standard shift. I grew up on a standard shift.
Yeah, that's what I did. My dad always had standards.
That's all my dad ever had was standard shift.
My aunt and uncle had a Dodge Caravan that was a 5-speed. And like
I think they last longer than an automatic. The standard shift lasts a lot longer.
It was like an 84 or 85 Dodge Caravan. It was like when they first started coming out, and it was a 5-speed. Now that was pretty badass because that's the only van to this day, other than like a Toyota van or something like that. But for like an American van, only one I've ever seen like that.
Yeah, and you can't buy that crap anymore.
No. Well, it was that's because everybody crushed all these old vehicles when the price of scrap metal was so much. You can't find many, like around here, you used to be able to find 80 style Fords all the time. And then they went on a crushing spree, man. You can't find parts for anything probably older than a 2000 in a junkyard now.
Well, yeah, they are. I'll just keep driving my shit till it falls off.
Right? That's what I do. I fucking drive them till you can't drive no more.
Right, that's what I do.
Why not?
Why buy this new shit? All it is a bunch of computer shit that goes bad about 2 months.
The guy that I'm on the boat with, my captain, man, he has a really nice Chevy truck. It's a diesel. I mean, he had all kinds of shit done to it. It has like a turbo on it, a supercharger. Fucking, it has one of them pedal monsters. I don't know if you know what a pedal monster is, but it like amplifies your acceleration and shit.
Okay,
so like,
I get you now.
Just a little press on it, man, you'll fucking go insanely fast. Dude, he'll just when he has that pedal monster on, He just barely touches the tires, man, and that truck will burn out. Let's see. Who's online? Anybody on?
Oh, Leggy's out again. It's my channel. Hey, Leggy, hit the link. Yeah, too bad. Maybe I'll let you up. Maybe I won't.
Fuck you,
Ah,
Grumpy.
shit, he's back again. You hit that damn link.
Oh, wow.
I didn't want you
Well,
up here. I kicked you off once.
hey, hold it down, Grumpy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get Nunzio over here.
Okay. It's my channel now. Let's see. What are we going to talk about? Alcohol? Yeah, that's all I'm about is beer. I like to drink beer and mow grass. That's about all I do. Well, I work through the week, but other than that, that's about all I do. I don't go fishing because, well, you know, too lazy for that. I just like being stupid. What are you doing back here?
Oh, you know, I'm just doing me.
Hey, man, you ain't allowed that link. Nah, get out of here. I kicked you backstage. Look at that, how easy that is to kick him backstage. I kicked him backstage again. That's cool, I can do that. Leggy, I'm going to kick you backstage again.
Yeah. Well, I guess 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
I guess I'll go over to the other channel.
All right.
Well, that's where
That's
everybody
all
else
right. It
is
was nice
anyway.
talking to you again, Leggy.
Even Dagmar's over there. At least she's here too, though. But she's there too. So I might as well just go to one central place.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you again.
Well, yeah. You should come on over. I'm going to go over to Nunzio's. Come on over.
All right. I might.
All right.
Hey,
Better
be
than
good,
being over.
Leggy.
Better being with the other crew.
Yeah. Be good, Leggy.
All right. See you, Gumpy.
Yeah.
Bye.